What's up, kings, queens, and everybody in between? It is me, Amin B, coming to you with another YouTube video. And today we are going to be having a very open and honest conversation about my transition and why I denounced my Greek letters. If you don't know what that means, I was once a part of a Greek lettered organization in college and a little bit after that. And so this is just me sharing my video, being transparent, and hopefully helping someone else out there who may be struggling with their own alignment on their journeys. Full disclaimer, I am not bashing anyone who is a part of any Greek lettered organization. I am simply just sharing my experience and my alignment, and hopefully this video won't be too long. So if you're interested, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Plenty more videos where this one came from, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well, and I'll link all of those things in the description box below. Ooh. Okay, honey, so I have to go ahead and cleanse the energy like always. So I'll just get right into it and start from the very beginning. I first joined the organization in 2014, and I joined because I was really intrigued and loved the idea of Black people coming together for a purpose, to serve the community, for the betterment of the community, and I really wanted to be a part of something like that. I went to a predominantly white institution here in Illinois, and they were one of the only Black Greek lettered organizations on campus. And so I was like, yes, this is what I need to do with my time. This is what I need to do. I felt very called to be a part of it. And even prior to going to college, of course, I was on YouTube and I was looking at these different organizations and loving their stroll videos and all of this other stuff, because I was on the step team in high school, and so I really just knew that I wanted to transition my way into that. But once I got introduced to it, I realized there was a bigger picture and a bigger purpose, and I wanted to be a part of that as well. And so I did. I joined. And first red flag should have been for me just joining the organization in general. It felt like a very exclusive type of process, and it was very, 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 very expensive to join this organization. And the first time I rushed or tried to be a part of the organization, I did not have the money to go on into the actual initiation or pledging process. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just do it another time. And then another time came and I was able to do it. And so, yeah, already off the bat, I was just having a lot of resistance getting into the organization. And so fast forward, I got into it. And once I became a part of the organization, it was not how I expected. It was not what I thought that it would be in a bunch of different ways. I thought that I would be amongst the women who embraced me, who cared about me, who cared about my well-being, but it was really about keeping up with the status quo, keeping up with a certain image, keeping up with the expectation of what it meant to be a part of this particular organization. It was very cliquey. It was very disruptive. People in the organization were very nasty amongst each other. And so it felt like everything but a sisterhood to me. And so I became my chapter's, I was gonna say captain, but president at one point in time. And I was really working tirelessly to try and change the energy, trying to change the vibes of, who we were dealing with, how we were doing things on campus, dealing with older members in the organization. And I was really working hard and trying to push forward and be progressive in our approaches. And I was just really met with nasty attitudes, nasty intentions, nasty emails. And again, it felt like this was not a sisterhood. This was not something that I thought that it would be. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I paid my money for. And so once I graduated college, I took a step back from the organization in general. I would still, associate and go to the parties and the founders days and things like that, more on the social aspect of it, but I was not as invested in the organizing part of the organization because, again, it just wasn't serving me. It wasn't serving me. And so shortly after that, I came into my spiritual journey, which started with yoga, like most of you know. Sorry, I'm pregnant. I got heartburn. I shouldn't have ate that marinara. But I slowly began to transition myself into my spiritual journey, which again started with yoga, and that really opened my eyes to a lot of different things. And I became vegan. I was not eating meat. I was just really in the process of transmuting a lot of energy, transforming a lot of energy. And I really wanted to just be a better being on this planet. And I'm like, whatever I need to do that, I'm going to do it. And so I went through what most would call a dark night of the soul. And I just started to unpack and unravel and address a lot of my own insecurities. And sorry if you hear the traffic, but I started to address a lot of my own insecurities as a being, as a woman, as an individual on this planet. And it brought me to the fact that for a lot of my life, I was looking for acceptance. I was looking for to be a part of something that was bigger than myself. Like, I did struggle with bullying at one point in time in my life, just from physical aspects and just being one of the only girls who was a certain height and had certain developments at a certain age. So a lot of the times, I was looking to be a part of something. And whether it be friendship groups in grade school, whether it be cliques in high school, whether it be, trying to join the cheerleader team and just really trying to find my space. And I think we all go through that journey. And so I realized that me joining this particular organization was rooted in my insecurity of wanting to be validated, wanting to be accepted. And so that is more than likely the reason why I was met with such nasty energy. I keep repeating it because it definitely was that. It was the nastiest energy that I've experienced from other women. And given what I do now as a divine feminine healer, I would never, ever treat another woman how we were being treated. I would never talk to another woman that way. I would never dismiss another woman that way. I would never do anything like that. And gratefully with my chapter, I did not have to go through a hazing process, with all the shit that really is rooted in slave mentality, but that's a whole nother video for another time. And so, I really just realized that I was out of place spiritually with this organization. So I just began to slowly dissociate myself from it, and not want to be a part of it, and not call myself a soror or not address myself in that way. And it was so funny to me, all the confirmations that I was having. And these confirmations really happened within maybe the last year or two when I officially submitted my documentation saying, hey, I'm denouncing this organization. The last job that I worked at before transitioning into full entrepreneurship, my immediate manager was a part of the organization. And not to say that me telling her like, oh, I'm a part of the organization too or whatever, because I knew the chapter that she had gone through, and I know a lot of women who also have gone through that chapter. So I was just, first meeting her, just trying to make conversation. And it turned out to be one of the worst experiences I've ever had with a boss, with a manager, like the nastiest, meanest, most disgusting ituration of a being. And I'm not I'm not exaggerating. Nobody should be spoken to like that. Nobody should be treated that way. Being in that work environment was really causing me a lot of anxiety. And so the fact that, again, I'm being met with the same energy by someone who's in this organization is like, okay, this is not me. This is not who I am. This is not what I was supposed to be a part of. Had I known better, I would not have even joined in the first place. And I'm going to be completely honest, because it's not worth it. It is not worth it. It is not worth sacrificing your well-being. It's not worth sacrificing your mental health. It's not worth sacrificing your body. If you are one of those chapters or interested in one of those chapters that do physical hazing and mental hazing, it is not worth it. We are not put on this planet to suffer. And so that's the story of why I denounced. But another few reasons, I had to take a breath because this shit is very deep. Few reasons why I decided to denounce was the language that they would use. It's very ritualistic. It's sometimes very dark. Have like sayings like, I pledge my heart, my mind, and my strength to the organization. It is like cult behavior. It's very scary to constantly be saying these things and repeating these things, and to say you're pledging your heart, your mind, your spirit to an organization, all of my work, all of my time. Like, you're really opening your mouth and professing that this organization is your God. And I'm gonna just call it what it is. You're professing that this organization is your God. You're professing that no other being before this organization is important to you. And yes, they're going to tell you these organizations are Christian-based organizations, but we know where Christian-based organizations come from. We know where the Christian faith comes from. And so that was one thing. The second thing would be just the constant cattiness, the constant clickiness, the constant nastiness. And I truly believe it just doesn't work because you're forcing relationships. And again, for those chapters in these organizations who put women and, for fraternities, men, through a hazing process, you're not doing anything but creating trauma bonds amongst the people on the line. So you're gonna always feel indebted to these people in one way or another, even if they're shitty to you, even if they are nasty with you, even if they call you names, even if they bully you, even if they beat your ass for however many times, for whatever reason they decide to do that. And also, the last reason I could probably bring up is the fact that these organizations are funded, and they do send funds directly to national organizations who are not in the best favor of Black and brown people in this country. Some of those organizations include breast cancer awareness. They include the Red Cross, something about red. I don't remember what it is, but that organization, the NAMI Foundation, all of these organizations are taking money directly from the community. We're raising funds for them, and it isn't being reciprocated. Black people and brown people are not benefiting from these direct organizations. And if anything, they're pairing and partnering with organizations that are actually hindering the well-being of Black and brown people, which is another reason why I won't. And getting into the last point on that, Miss Kamala Harris. this beloved has dropped the ball. They've dropped the ball. And so anybody who's a part of a Greek lettered organization, no matter which one it is, hold her accountable like y'all said y'all would. Hold her accountable. There is no way that HBCUs should go from 40.5 $1 million funding a year to $2 million a year amongst those universities. It's shameful. Yes, I've just really been in the process of turning my experience with that into blessing and really being able to actually create safe space for Black women to exist, to show their radiance, to be confident, to be beautiful, to be Black, without the hazing, without the mistreatment, without the gossip, without all of the low vibrational nuances. And I believe that my journey through that has led me to a very powerful position where I am now, and to be able to do what I do full time. Long-winded story, long-winded video, but I hope that you enjoy it. And again, to all of the ones that I did have a true connection with this organization, I still love you nonetheless. I still love you the same, because you showed me genuine friendship, you showed me genuine sisterhood, and to you, I send that energy back. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you. If you yourself are a part of the organizations, or thinking about it, or just have anything useful to share in the comments, please do. I will block you from my channel if you get disrespectful about my own journey. I have a right to share my opinion, and so do you, but you won't be disrespectful under my channel. Just an FYI on that. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the links in the description box. That's where you will find Chicago-based yoga experiences. I do offer intuitive readings, spiritual counseling, divine feminine consultations, and all of that jazz that you come here for. Yeah, so have a great rest of your day.